Oh, please come in. Oh.
Hello.
I think
Good to meet you.
Yeah, I'm Ryuji Aoki.
Fuji.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bryce.
Nice to meet you.
Rob Gamble.
よろしくってなんて言うんですか
How do you do?
How do you do? How do you do?
Good. You know, just playing poker every day. What more can you do? What more can you want?
I mean, it's the World Series of Poker. That's why we're here.
That's it.
It's fun,
You
yeah.
got it. The World Series.
Main event?
Yes. Started today.
Tomorrow.
You're playing tomorrow, 1B?
Yeah.
私もそうです。
I think it's a good day, Saturday. It's one of the best days to play, for sure.
I'm playing Saturday, yeah.
You are as well?
Yeah.
was-
Tomorrow's Friday.
Was it?
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday are the
Yeah,
best.
I mean, when
I
you're
think.
playing poker every day, sometimes you lose
Yeah.
track of which day of the week it is.
毎日やってると曜日が分かんなくなる。
じゃあ今日はありがとうございます。
Thank you for coming today.
今年今も何か大会に出てらっしゃる。
Right now,
Right now.
taking a day off. Have the main event soon, so just taking it easy.
今ちょっと休んで、
休んで
はい、
Yeah.
メインイベントに備えてる
ああ、
わけ
いや。
です。
Yeah.
How about Robert?
Yes, the same. I played yesterday,
days?
taking a day off today, I think also tomorrow, and then planning to play the main event on the weekend.
あさってに出らっしゃる。
あさって、Day after tomorrow? You played
Saturday, yeah.
Saturday.
Yes, Saturday.
Saturday.
I think I was saying Friday and Saturday, I think, are the best days.
I think so too.
But
Good
you
choice.
just want to take a 2 day off. That's why Saturday, right?
Well, part of it is, you know, we're here playing every single day,
Yes.
like day after day after day after day. Like, I don't know about you, but I've had very few rest days, period, for the whole, since I started. So like, just taking a little extra time, the main event is a very important tournament. So it's like good to like feel like you're ready.
Also, once you make it to day 3, you're going to be playing every single day, like
Right.
very long days, maybe 12 hours every day.
Yeah.
So you don't want to really just do like 6 days in a row. You'd rather do 1 day break, 1 day
Right.
break, and then,
Right.
you know, because we hope to make the final table, right?
あ、じゃあよかったんですね。
Yeah.
明日でよかったんですね。
明日で
If you go to the final table and win the tournament, it's 10 days of play.
ちょっと話変わっちゃうんですけど、どれぐらいポーカーやってらっ
い
しゃる？
や、
Oh, for me, very long time. Maybe if I have to guess, 18 years. You know, playing it as a teenager, like learning the game with my grandparents, and then, you know, playing with school friends after school, and then eventually at the casinos once I was 18, 19.
長いですね。
How about
About the
Right.
same, 18 or 19 years also. I started playing when I was 15 with friends.
15歳の時に友達と始めました。
We would play very small, like we take a $5 bill, get quarters, and we'd play until
また
someone won all
25
the
歳と
quarters.
か5ドルと
Yeah.
か
When I turned 21, I came to the World Series of Poker for the first
21に
time.
なった時に初めて
And
WSOP に出れる。
I did very well, and that's when I
すごく
decided
よ
to
く
become
う
a
まくいったん
professional.
ですよ。So, what kind of prize did you get?
I got fourth place in a no limit hold'em tournament.
ノーリミットで4位になったことです。
Wow.
21
For
歳
like
初めてで。
for like $115,000.
1200万。
And I was 21.
21
Yeah, so it's like a
21
lot of money, you know? Like when you're 21, you're like, oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
What did you even do? What even happened?
I went to strip club. I was in Vegas. I was 21. I was
21,
like, fuck it, let's do it.
パリタイム。
I took all my friends. It was fun time.
Yeah. もう
Yeah. Especially because you travel more too, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
旅行してるよね。
it's interesting. Certainly, like the first times you come to America, it's very different. Playing in every country is different.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
You know,
ア
different
メリカは他の国とちょ
different
っと違い
people,
ますね
different cultures, how they
違う人たち
think about the game, how they. Yeah, it's always every place is so different, and also
どこ行っ
the
ても違う文化がある。
even there's all kinds of nuances about how things like the behaviour of the people. Just yeah, it's just a lot. It's a lot. What a great sentence.
Sorry, what do you mean by
Oh, I made a joke.
ああ、もうどこに行っても良い人がいる。You mean in the poker player?
Oh, but what I mean is,
Yeah.
all the people of the world, they all they have a different approaches to poker. They have different strategies, and then also sometimes the rules can be different in the games they like to play.
Right.
So even though they're still playing poker, it's always different. Like if you even like from like Las Vegas to Los Angeles is the culture is quite different. Like it's not even, you wouldn't even recognize it. You'd be like, this is a different country. And then, you know, in Europe, again, it's so different, and then in Melbourne, Australia, it's so different. Even Melbourne to Sydney is a little bit different.
That's kind of what makes poker interesting, I think, actually.
まあ
is
だから
because,
逆に
like,
面白いと思う。
even though like the
面白い
core of the game is the same, like poker kind of has a life of its own, and like whatever people are playing, the game is different for those people than it is for other people.
まあだからコアの部
That's
分
what
は
makes
同
it
じで
that's what makes it
も
so
まあ
interesting.
そこでプレイしてる人たちが違えば、そのポーカー自体がまあ変わってくるっていうことだと思います。
このリオのメインとかもそうですけど、もう空気とかそのやり
幅
はどうですか？
I don't know, agrees with him pretty well.
WSOP
Look, I know the Rio gets a lot of, some people, always, every year, you know, people are saying, this is the last year at the Rio, this is the last year, you know, they
まあ
complain
リオは今
about,
年で最後みたいですね。
そうなんだ。
they complain about the Rio, this and that, but to be honest, like, you need to have a huge, large venue for the World Series of Poker. I mean,
まあ
what
正
else
直言うとまあ大きな会
what
場が
else
必要
can
な
you
んですけど、
do? And, you know, sometimes it's going to be too cold or too hot or something like this because,
寒
you
すぎる
know,
暑す
large
ぎる。
venues. But I think they do a great job, you know, like, especially with something that sort of has to pop up for 2 months at a time, you know, you've got to get all this staff in, you've got to get all these dealers in, all these tables in, and then you've got to close it down.
もう
Like,
大変な量の
it's not an
デ
easy
ィーラー
thing.
を
So
用意して
yeah, I do like the Rio. And
まあそういうことできるのはリ
to
オ
the
が良
people
かっ
that
た
say it's
と思うんで
always
すけど、
cold, I would say wear a jacket.
It is always cold.
Wear a jacket.
I
い
do.
やだ
Definitely recommend. You want to wear. You want to have it. You know, be able to put on another layer of clothes
Yeah.
because it can get cold, and when you're cold, it's hard to think. I think.
Have you played in there yet, or no?
あ、コロッセス。
コロッセス
よ。
Colossus.
コロサスコロサ
Yes,
ス
yes.
Oh, Colossus.
Yeah, he played the Colossus.
Oh my gosh.
So you kind of got to feel for like what the temperature. Yeah. So you know what we're talking about. Yeah.
It's the longest line I've ever seen. The Colossus.
Oh my God, it's
いやいやい
crazy.
や
It's like so the people sometimes they're in that line for 4 hours to get a ticket.
ああ、いましたね。いました
はい
で僕それで
はいでどうだ
キングスで
はい
相手が8ポケで
おお that story
プロップで
プロップ
キング8、
キング8
something
something
Okay. Yeah.
ラ
ベット
ベッ
コール
キーコー
ターン
ターン
ジャック
ジャック
Uh-huh.
チェック
Uh-huh.
ベット
Uh-huh.
レイズ
Yeah.
コール
Uh-huh.
リバー
Eight.
8
Oh my God. That's so unlucky.
オレインオレイン
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
he was a chip leader of the table
Wow.
and the other one just came from the other table and he covered
I feel your
So
pain.
That's
So that's
it.
good.
That's
Yeah,
the end of that tournament.
Yeah.
いやもう同情します
Well, it's good. You got it. It's like you got it out. Now you're ready for the main. You know, get the bad luck out.
ああ
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The good thing about the main is it's very slow structure, so you have plenty of time to play. No
プレイす
rush.
る時間がある
You take your time, you know, you can play your game.
Sure. Even if like you like lose a big pot early, like sometimes people they start to like feel antsy or they start to panic. You don't have to do that at all. Like you could lose half your stack and be totally okay. There's tons of time to use your chips.
なんかちょっとあれですねお二人すごい経験されてると思うんでもうこれは気をつけた方がいいみたいなことがあったら教えていただきたい
いやいや I
Well, I think kind of what I was just saying is,
Yeah.
is kind of a good part of it. Like, just feel comfortable kind of doing what you're gonna do. Don't feel like you need to, like, if like, oh no, like something isn't going my way. Don't feel like I need to change something up. Just play your game. Like that's what you know. That's what you know how to do. That's what you do best. Do that. And just watch everyone else too. Like, see how they play, and like you'll learn how they play, and you'll figure out how you can beat them. You know.
I would say, I agree with Bryce, you should definitely be paying attention to your opponents. It's always very important, and especially, I think most importantly for a new player is don't try and make things too complicated. Don't try and do too much. Like, just try and play solid poker. Like, the last thing you want to do is, you know, you lost a hand, you feel like you got to win some chips back. You open something like 8-5 of diamonds under the gun, right? And now you get a flop, and the flop is maybe completely different, like Queen, 9 and a 2, and you decide to like do something crazy like check raise, and then you're trying to play this sort of hand, you know, without any strength, and you're making things too difficult. Just be solid, like play good strong hands, you know, especially in the early and middle positions, and only play when you actually hit the flop. That way you don't have to worry about bluffing and things like this, like of course there's a little bit of bluffing, but you don't want to make things too hard.
Thank you. Is that all the way or first few days?
Well,
day
look,
one, or?
I mean, I think for sure keeping it simple can take you a long way. If you play solid poker, right, and you just you play a solid starting hands and you play
確実な
and
スターティングハンド
and you play your hands
固く
appropriately on the flop, turn and river, it'll actually take you quite far.
適切にプレーすれば
There's no need, there's no need to try and play like the people you see on TV because they're
テレビの
professionals.
ように
They've played their
プロ
whole
のように
lives.
プレーする必要はないです
And they can see and feel things a bit differently. So if you try and do too much, sometimes it can be a
そ
real
れらなり
disaster.
の考えがあるんでしょうけれどもあなたはあなたのフィール感じるように普通にプレーして
That was kind of where I was getting at when I was saying just play your game. Like do the things that you know how to do.
あなたのゲームをしなさい
And then if you try to do lots of things you don't know how to do,
知ら
other
ない
good
ことを無
players
理にやろ
will
うとす
see
る
that
と
and they'll find a way to beat you. So it's
そう
important
する
just
と
to do
逆に
okay,
それ
you're
を
like, you're like I'm
疲れ
good
て
at playing these hands in these situations. I'm not going to play these other hands in situations I don't know.
だから
That's
知らない
like-
場
that's
面が
honestly
出
like a
くわ
good
したら
simple way to do it.
無理をしない
And the other thing is that I feel like people kind of make this assumption, but most professional poker players play pretty tight. Like you see the crazy ones on TV because they make the best TV, but most poker players just play good
多く
hands
の
and
プロ
play
は
them
本
well.
当に硬い
That is the core of poker.
じゃあもう結構固くいった方がいい
I mean, it's hard to make mistakes. You have good hands, but if you have bad hands and you have very difficult decisions, it's easy to make mistakes. This is 18 years of wisdom right here.
18年私のその何ていうのかな
じゃあちょっと下世話の話になるんですけどいくら稼ぎましたか
How much did you win?
When?
今までで
Wow.
はい
It's a very difficult question. Actually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because
I can tell you how much in tournaments I've won.
いやいやいや、How about that? トーナメントだったら
It's probably easier,
言いますよ
yeah.
トーナメント
トーナメントでいいですよ
3 million?
トリミまあ3億
わ
円強ですね。How about
I
yours?
think it's 1.5 million. I'm not
1.5
sure.
わ
Yeah, I only started playing really the tournaments more seriously in probably
トーナメント
2016. Before that, really only just cash games. Obviously, 2019 was my big year. That's where I think
You won 2 bracelets, right?
Yeah, 2 bracelets.
That's awesome.
You are the year champion.
Player of the year,
right?
He was player of the year.
Yeah, player of the year.
Yeah.
POY.
Mm-hmm.
It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
You have a big picture on the
Yes,
wall.
that's me. Yeah,
Yes,
big
you-
Right.
A big picture.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Australians who have big pictures on the wall.
Oh yeah?
Jeffrey Lizandro,
Jeffrey
Hashem.
Joe
Lizandro.
Hashem. So I'm in good company.
So you have a friend.
Yes, they're my friends, and Joe Hashem is here,
Joe Hashem.
but Jeff
Jimenez
Lizandro, he
Lizandro.
could not make it to the World Series. So it's very hard right now, with the travel.
Yeah.
So, you had to apply, but fortunately I was approved. So just so excited to even be here.
だからこっち来るのも
I
結
didn't
構
think,
大変だったんです
I didn't even think it would be possible to come to the World
来る
Series,
ことできないかもしれない
and here I am playing the main event.
うんよかった
オーストラリアなんですか
From Los Angeles.
ロサンゼルス
ロス
Yeah.
Yeah, long trip 4 hours
4 hour driving. If you fly, 1 hour.
What about you? How far is the
ど
flight?
のぐらいかかったんですか
15時間
About 15 hours?
15 hours?
Especially, I went from Melbourne to Sydney to Los Angeles to Las Vegas.
おメルボルン、シドニー、
Beautiful.
That's rough.
ロサンゼルス、
24 hours.
They didn't have a
24
direct from
時間
LA to Melbourne?
No, they don't.
That sucks.
It was serious. Then I woke up. I arrived here at I think 10:30, and I got picked up by my friend at the
10
airport.
時半に
I get a haircut.
で
I go to check in at the hotel, and then I go and register and play the horse. Played a tournament.
Oh, that was your first event?
That was my, yeah, that was 2 hours, 3 hours after I
Oh
left.
my god, dude, how do you rest there? Like, don't you like take a, don't you like try to relax
Nah, I
and
wanted-
decompress and
No,
stuff?
I wanted to start on time.
Man, you're a sicko, dude. You're sick. You're like, I'm here to play.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah,
gotta,
no, for sure, I get that, yeah.
I like to start, there's a lot of players, they like to late register the tournament. You know, they start maybe 2, 4, 6, maybe sometimes even the whole second, they start on the second day of the tournament.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer myself of starting on time.
So you'd like to start from the first,
At the start. If it
That's
starts
right.
at 2 o'clock, I'm there at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Yeah, a lot of professional players, like Phil Helmus or Daniel Negreanu, start very late
Yes.
Yes,
registration.
they do. They like
But
late.
you don't do that.
Never. Try not, oh, sometimes, but I try not to.
It's both a difference in philosophy and also a difference in goals. Like a lot of times these guys are playing as many tournaments as they can because their only goal is to win a bracelet. They don't care about registering late, being at a disadvantage, not having as many chips. Maybe they're giving up money to do so, but they're trying to just win a bracelet. If you're there trying to win money, you want to show up on time. Sometimes these guys play 2 tournaments at once.
Oh,
Yeah.
You see them,
Which-
they're running
which-
back and forth.
Obviously very bad for making money
Yeah.
because you're not even playing one of them. But their goal is to try
だ
to
から
just
まあ、
win
だから
and get
賞
lucky.
金を獲得するっていう意味ではあまり良くないんですけれども、
で途中で行かない方がいいんですね。それもう最初から。
So we better start from the first.
I think it's best.
I agree.
I think so,
For
especially for the main event.
I think what Bryce said was very important before, where if you lose that big pot early, it's not so bad if you start on time,
Right.
right? But if you start on day 2 and you lose a big pot,
It's over.
most importantly, it gives you a chance to settle in and see all your other opponents when you're still playing like relatively smaller stakes, you know, so you can learn about them and work
最初
out
から
the
入っ
best
て
strategy
周りの人たちが
when it's cheap to
ブラ
do
インドが
so.
小さいうちに見ていろいろ学んだ方がいい。
ああ、
That's yeah.
観察した方がいい。
That's very key.
そういうみんな learn to watch.
Right. Because maybe like early on, like this guy he makes a very big bet, and you know you're like, oh, it's not worth it, and the guy calls, you see he's bluffing. That's information for you, like. Down the road, like at the end of the day, if he makes another very big bet against you, you know, okay, maybe he could have a big bluff. But if you don't know, you're just completely guessing, and it could be for all your chips, a lot
最
of
初からや
them. So it's like even just seeing one hand can make a huge difference
そ
in
れ
like
が
how things
グラフ
happen
だっ
for
ていう
you.
ことを
Yeah.
たとえ1ハンドだけでも見ているだけで、例えば後半になって本当に勝負の時に彼が大きなブラフをしてるっていうことは予想できますよね。
So the information is power for you.
情報は力ね。
情報は力になります。
In poker, the whole game is basically information, right? If you can figure out what your opponent has, you're gonna beat them.
いやーちょっとありがたい話を聞けて。
Thank you very. It's very good information.
今日から師匠と呼ばせていただきます。
Yeah, from now on, we're gonna call you masters.
Okay. Okay.
先生、いやいや、ティーチャー先生。
いや本当ありがとうございました。
はい、どうも。
はい。
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
はい。
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
for him.
Awesome.
I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
for-
Yeah. Okay. We should have brought the bracelets.
I brought my
Oh,
ring
yeah?
I made.
You bought?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, take bracelet あり。
わお。
あ、プレイヤーオブザイヤーの
Yeah.
のリングですね。
リング
これちょっとね、持ってる人珍しいと思う。
2019年の
いや、
あなたしか持
2019
ってない
年のそうです。Only you have.
Yes, yes.
すごいこれ。
I have the years.
No.